Hello and welcome to the channel. I am Karen. I am the everything here at A Little Kinder, and look at this layout. We are scrap lifting. I am so excited. If you've been around the channel for a bit, you know I love all things Disney. And so, surprise, surprise, this is going to be a Disney layout. I don't often do 2-page layouts, but this one works. So we are going to be using photos from our October trip, where we took the camper and we stayed at Fort Wilderness. While we were there, I got to do something really fun. Every Tuesday, currently at the time of this recording, there's a group called Crockett's Corner that comes and you paint these signs, and I love it. And so I got to do that. I got to hang out at Crockett's Corner and paint the sign. And so these are the photos, and I really am staying very close to this original idea. So I mixed in with this layout in with the photos of us painting what our camper looked like when we got it decorated at Halloween. Oh my goodness. It is a whole thing, like forever a thing, where people decorate and they have inflatables, and there's a golf cart parade one day. It is absolutely amazing. It is busy, crazy, or crazy busy. I mean, like, it is, as I told Thomas, I'm not sure I want to stay over Halloween again. Like, that may have been a one and done. I really liked it, but being there for the races and trying to get up early with all of the craziness of Halloween just may have been a bit too much. So we shall see. Never say never, right? Especially when you're talking about me and Disney. So I am mixing in just these two kind of photos. One is what our camper looked like with our Happy Halloween sign out. Nope, we didn't have all the inflatables. We just had a banner that I made, which I'm fine with. It was cute. And then I have a picture down there in the lower right that is where we did the painting. It's actually in the Hoop-de-Doo Review Theater, where they do the Hoop-de-Doo Review show. So that was kind of neat to get to see that from the inside, when I have never been inside that building before. So, and we've not been to Hoop-de-Doo Review. So that was interesting. Now, I did want this dark green paper to go all the way across my layout, and I only had it in 8.5 by 11. I didn't have 12 by 12. So I needed another inch. So this was a trick that I had. I knew that there would be photos underneath or over that section where it overlaps, and I just decided to go with it. So here I am actually changing out the tape because, you know, this is my life. I decided to leave this in just in case you have never refilled one of these. There's a quick tutorial. You can slow it down and stop it and truly see how quick it goes together. So we're going to get this green paper on here. This is going to be the background for my photos instead of matting them individually. And then we're going to get these little suckers on here. I thought that they were kind of fantastic in that, I don't know, that I was able to get so many photos on this layout, and I really, once y'all see this at the end, I really like it. And I'm not a big 2-pager, so that was interesting to me. Very interesting. But we're going to get these little photos in. I am using a T-square to try to make sure that they stay somewhat straight because, well, I am just not good at lining things up unless it goes straight to the edge. Now, that little piece at the end there is the Crockett Corner piece that they had out on the Fort Wilderness page, Facebook page that advertised for it, and that's how I knew what we wanted. I also liked that it gives a couple of the other examples of what we could have done. We went with the Mickey in his hiking gear and Fort Wilderness Resort. We could have gone with some other ones, but that was the one that we chose. They did have some seasonal ones. So if you ever get to go and want to do something at Disney that's not inside a park, this is something I recommend. At the time of this filming, it was about $70 to do this, which I didn't think was that far off of a paint your own kind of sign place here locally. And it was at Disney. And I was like, okay, that's a great souvenir, and it's not so horribly expensive. Here I glued all the way to the edge, not thinking that I was going to need this piece of blue that I scalloped to go underneath there. So again, we're going to grab out that heat tool. We're going to heat up the adhesive just a little bit. That is truly, truly my tip. If you get something stuck and you want to move it, that or sliding a piece of paper under your adhesive tends to be the best bets. So here is the full layout. And I am going to come in and add some of these dot paper, some circles. I wanted to anchor where I'm going to add these paintbrushes. You see them up there in the upper right hand corner. Those are from a Vicky Bouton collection. And yes, I cut all of those little suckers out by hand, fussy cut them, or cussing cut them, whatever you want to call it. But I thought that these worked really, really well with this theme of painting, even though we didn't paint with brushes. This was a totally cool new kind of situation with this painting. You actually dabbed. It was fantastic. Because we used a stencil and I didn't have to freehand anything. It made me so very happy. But we're going to get these paintbrushes down, and I'm just trying colors and positioning and where do I want them and how do I want them to go, and do I want all the way up or just a little bit up? Do I want 3 brushes or 2 brushes? And I knew I wanted an odd number across the pages, so I slid in one more over there. And then we're going to work on the title next, I believe. Oh, we're going to line first. Sorry. Once I get the lines drawn on these little circles, which is another thing that I do to help that layout, or help those pieces of paper pop off the layout. Oh, y'all, I just love it. Look at it. It's so pretty. Yep, this is definitely one of my more favorite pages that I have done in a very long time. I am looking, because I did fussy cut out a bunch of paintbrushes to see if there was somewhere else that I could put one, and I decided that there was not. That is what we end up with. I am going to be using some letter stickers, some I think they're both from Vicky Bouton collections, and they are the cardboard type of letter. And so we're going to add this, and we're going to say, I believe it's going to end up saying crafts at Fort Wilderness. I went kind of back and forth. I knew I wanted my title to go all the way across both pages. So originally I thought maybe I would say crafting at the fort, and it just, to me, it felt way too short. So then we're going to make it crafts at Fort Wilderness. It just, it changed a little bit, but that's okay. So what's really cool is the top word crafts is a gold letter sticker in the center. And then these solid white ones have all kinds of different newsprint and text on them. Not that you can really read what any of the words say, but I just thought that it was a nice difference between the two. And here is my final layout. Y'all, I love this. I really love how this turned out. So here is a close-up look at the front side, or the left-hand side. And then here is a close-up look at the back side. I will have still photos to follow. Make sure you check out below what everyone in the tribe has done this week. And until we're together again in the next video, go make some memories. Bye-bye.